Let's go to Vancouver and talk to Jessica before I get fired. What's up, Jessica?
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Sorry, you caught us on the end of a wild last call, and
No, that was wonderful. I'm so glad I got to listen in on that.
Oh, hey, what do you think? Am I crazy?
No, I think there is a lot of weirdness between the dichotomy of masculinity and femininity right now, especially being, mid-20s, lady, single. Dating is weird. Dating boys my age. They are boys. They're boys still. It's, I saw a great TikTok that was addressing splitting the bill on the first date. And, if a boy or a man suggests to do that, to, say, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't realize we're just going out as friends. I thought this was a date. And kind of tackling masculinity, attacking it in that sense.
But even the idea that I can't wrap my head around ever sitting down on a date and thinking in any shape, form, or fashion we're going to split this bill.
Right? I have historically in long-term relationships, we'll alternate at times.
Well, that's after a while, right? But what you're doing when you're in a long-term relationship is you're building something new together, right?
Exactly.
But up until then,
first date,
10th date,
awkward.
I'm paying for it. Like, it's just weird. And by the way, I'm teaching my son that. And
good.
I'm going to tell my daughter, you always have some money in your pocket so you can walk away at any moment, right? It's both and. It's both and. But anyway.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're a good, we're not going to talk about what you called at all. I'm just going to talk about me, okay? But real quick, you're in your 20s?
Yep.
Okay, so you're experiencing this. Tell me if I'm off. And if I'm off, please tell me I'm off, okay? I haven't been 20 for a minute now. But as a 20-year-old woman, are you college grad?
I did some college.
Okay, college.
Finished.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You were told you can do anything, you can be anything. You are, to quote Seinfeld, the master of your own domain. You are the king of your world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to meet somebody who's the same, and y'all are going to create a thing together. And so all that sounds good in practice and principle, and you're out there doing all of these things, making all these decisions, making this money, getting your job, moving up the ladder, etc. And the boys out there are all video game players, and you're like, oh my gosh. And you find yourself saying the words that you never thought you'd say. Will you just be a man? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me I'm crazy, or tell me like, no, that's actually kind of right on.
No, you're on to something, because like you're mentioning regarding the last call and like the swing of feminism, I think it's all, this might be a hot take, but I think it's almost swung a little too far to the point where we swing back a little into some more traditional. Yeah, I'm going to get canceled.
Here's the deal. I'm going to tell you, we're not going to cancel you. I'm going to tell you that take is, I'm hearing it over and over and over and over and over again. Anyway, you're not crazy.
I'm not, I don't love having to be in my masculine all the time. And I think the pendulum's going to swing back a little bit. And my fear is going to swing back. Harmony.
My fear is going to swing back too far. And so my hope is that it's not. But geez Louise.
Yeah.
Jessica from Vancouver, thank you for risking getting canceled on behalf of my little piddly show. You're awesome. All right, so why'd you call? What can I do for you?
Well, I have found myself in kind of a weird living situation, and I'm hoping to get some advice on how to move forward, maybe how not to move forward, just what to do. It's specifically regarding the lady I have found myself living with, my roommate.
Okay.
Yeah, so we met through work, and of course, when you're at work, you're putting on your best face. You're at work, and so
not here. Have you seen Kelly? She'd never. I didn't mean that aesthetically. I meant that like you're just mean. You are beautiful. All right, go ahead, Jessica. Sorry.
No worries. So I had found myself in a bit of a pinch. My landlord essentially got rent evicted, and so I had to find a place relatively quickly that was pet friendly. And I don't know if you know much about rent out here, but it's through the roof. And so,
yeah, it's insane.
So this lady, she was like, oh, my son just moved out. I have a room available. Help me out, help you out. This will be great. So I was like, sure. Like, again, I only knew her through work. I knew her, as in her work mode and professional mode and that sort of thing. And so I agreed to this. It seemed really mutually beneficial. And so I move in, and the first week there, we get a text from her existing landlord that they were putting that house up for sale. And so then together, we were now in a bit of a bind to find a new place that was also pet friendly within our budget. And so we were kind of scrambling around. I finally found a place for us because she was kind of dragging her feet. She had rented that particular home.
Get to it, Jessica. Get to it. I talked too long at the beginning. All right, so
sorry.
y'all have found yourself in a place.
Yes, and
are y'all both on the lease?
We are, unfortunately, both on the lease.
And is she BANANAS?
Well, so it started out rocky. She didn't have the deposit. I had to cover her deposit. And she's just, our personalities clash so hard. Like, I find her very negative, very unhealthy, and spiritually, physically, financially. And it's really crescendoed this last month when she sent me rent late. And I had very specifically made it clear to her that since rent is coming out of my account, that I need her half at least one business day prior, like no questions asked. Like, that is just how we need to do it. And so I had texted her January 30th, the Tuesday, and I said, hey, rent's coming out, haven't gotten it, just nudging you. She replies the next day saying, yep, I get paid tomorrow, the 1st, and I'll send you money then. And I, reiterate, rent comes out anytime after midnight on the 1st. I'm going to need your half today. And she says, well, I'm in trouble then. Sorry. If you get any insufficient funds we use, I'll cover it. My bad. And I reply, that's not really the issue. My credit's attached to this.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Y'all are texting this back and forth. When's the last time you've sat down and said, hey, this is not working?
That's another part of the issue, John. Ever since this debacle, she has avoided me like the plague. So I get home. She doesn't leave her room. I knock on her door. She doesn't pretend she's sleeping.
How old is she?
So she is over 30 years older than I am. She is in her 50s, John.
Oh, what a box of farts, Jessica. What have you done? All right, listen, look, just how much longer is this lease?
Until the end of August.
What does it look like to get out of a lease in Vancouver?
Expensive. That's what it's boiled down to, which is so frustrating, is that it's a cost thing. Like, I'm having to almost put a value on my well-being. And
hold on, I don't think so. I don't think so. Can I tell you something crazy?
No, yeah.
I think you get to choose.
Yeah.
I think you married somebody who is struggling on a lot of different places, in a lot of different areas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And cool. Let me say it like this. Any choice to be miserable between now and August is a choice to be miserable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't choose that. Would it be awesome if you had a roommate that was 30 years older than you, that was a cool old 30 years older than you? Like me and Kelly working together. She's at least 30 years older than me. But we have fun. She takes tequila shots at work. She's super fun, right? I'm just kidding. She doesn't. But it would be cool if that was happening. It's not. It'd be cool if there was a roommate issue and y'all could just talk, but you can't.
No.
Because she won't. She won't. She pretends to be asleep. You know who does that? My 8-year-old daughter.
Thank you. Right?
Right. But listen, I don't engage. I'm her dad. Yeah. You are not her dad, so you're just her roommate. So if there's a late fee, then bill her for it. Otherwise, go about your day.
Because the biggest thing is that the landlord can come after us for the remaining rent if we were to break the lease early.
Then don't break the lease. Don't break the lease.
And just boot her out?
No. Just do your life until August.
Just grind it out?
There's no grind. I mean, why are you giving her this? She goes in her room and shuts the door and won't even talk to you when you knock on the door.
Yeah.
Just pretend that door is walled off.
Yeah, and just
And when you see
ignore
her,
and
say,
just-
hey, good morning. Hope you have a great day today. And then go about your life. Am I
Yeah.
oversimplifying it? Absolutely. Am I making it like
no, but that's what I need. I need that because I think that's been part of my issue.
it is?
Like,
You're
I am-
over dramatizing it. If she was violent, if she wasn't paying, if she was having like random unsafe people spending the night, totally different ballgame. Okay.
Yeah, they're not spending the night, but they are around.
Okay.
And like drug use is high.
Okay.
And
Call the police. Call the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Call the police. Because here's what you're doing. You're taking all of these external variables that are just swirling and swirling, and instead of dealing with them, there's illegal drug use in my home. I'm not going to have it. My name's on the lease.
Yeah.
If there's drugs here, again, I call the police. Period.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I've dealt with that. And you have to actually call the cops. Number two,
Yeah.
if somebody has had drugs, they're not welcome in my apartment. If they're here, I'm calling the police because I don't want them here. Period.
Right.
Number
Right.
three, you have to pay rent on time. If you don't pay rent on time, you get one miss, and then I'm going to ask you to leave.
Yeah.
But like instead of doing that, just piece by piece, you just take all those variables and shove them down inside your own chest.
Yeah.
And then here's what sucks. It kills you. It doesn't solve any of the problems. It just makes it where you can't sleep or go to the bathroom in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Because I feel like I'm taking on so much of like
You
the
are.
responsibility, and
You're not
again, like,
hold on. You're not taking on the
kids my age.
responsibility. You're not taking on the responsibility. You're taking on the emotional strain of this whole thing.
Yes.
There's no responsibility. Yeah. You pay your bills. And to her credit, she's paying her bills. It was a day late or something, but she paid her bill.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
And can I even be more provocative? Can I be more pokey?
Please.
In the same way that she goes in her room and shuts the door and pretends to be asleep, that's kind of you. When it comes to dealing with telling her, I don't want drugs here. I don't want these strange men in my house.
Yeah.
I don't want your dog
100%.
crapping on the floor. You're avoiding those conversations too. So let's just either head right into it or pay the $10,000 or whatever fee and get out. But I wouldn't spend another second just stewing on it because that's not going to solve the problem. It's just going to slowly drown you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, geez. You're right. I have always struggled with confrontation and boundary setting, but this is a good exercise.
Dude, this is 101. This is going to make you like Rocky after this. Or your roommate will kill you. She'll kill you.
It's no, I'm stronger than her. But
no, here's why I was saying that. Most of us think that on the other end of a boundary, we're going to die.
Yes.
What's the worst thing? That we're going to die. What if I tell my toxic boss I'm not coming in on Saturday again? What's going to happen? I'm going to die. And it's when we get to the other end of it and we realize we didn't die. Yeah. Now, if you're dealing with people who are dealing drugs, illegal people in and out of your home, and it's unsafe, please get the police involved.
Yeah.
Please.
Because I was listening to another one of your episodes that about a narcissistic mother-in-law and how she had threatened self-harm, and that's been gently dangled as well. And that's something else I need to keep in mind is just call the police. Like,
call the police every time.
My pay grade.
There you go. Yeah. And when she goes, what are you doing? Say, dude, you just told me you were going to harm yourself. I don't know how to deal with that. They do.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I've been dancing around this a little too long.
Well, turn the lights on, turn the music off, and head right into the middle of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or here's the other thing. Just make peace dancing.
Yeah.
It's that middle ground that's killing you.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that fair?
No, that's fair, and I need to hear it.
There was once a great Canadian poet. I think it was the poet laureate of Canada. Her name was Avril Lavigne. And she once said, there's a skater boy. And I said, see you later, boy.
Oh my God.
I think that deep poetic insight is relevant here.
I think you're right. And Avril is right, as always.
Right. Is Avril ever not right? As always. But yeah, here's what I would really work hard. And again, I'm oversimplifying this. I'm under dramatizing it. I know it's hard. I do. I know it's hard. I know it's messy. I'm trying to give you what I would tell my daughter if she found herself in a similar situation. And that is, I'm not going to spend any emotional energy on the, I'm not doing that. Either I'm going to make peace with, I got till August, I'm going to ride this out. I'm going to spend a lot of time not here. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go on dates. I'm going to go have fun with my life. I'm just going to sleep here. Or I'm going to confront this head on because there's not going to be drugs in my house. There's not going to be unsafe men in my house. There's not going to be people who don't pay rent in my house. And I'm going to confront it head on. And at some point, I'm going to get with my landlord and say, I need you to help me evict this person. I'm still going to be responsible for the rent. You can start finding a new roommate. But I think handling this head on is the way to just deal with that discomfort.
Yeah. No, action kills anxiety, and I've not been taking action. I think too, I've been rational, like, I don't know, making excuses of like, well, she's not coming out of her room. She's not approaching me. She's not wanting to talk about it. Meanwhile, I can also try harder talking to her about it.
Well, hey, she's also a grown up. She can say, I'm not talking about this with you. I'm not talking to you. I don't want to talk to you. I'm through talking to you. Bye, Felicia.
And part of my problem too is I keep thinking in my head, I'm like, she's in her 50s. Like, why am I taking this on? Like,
stop. That doesn't matter. You don't know what war she's fighting. Who knows? Who knows what kind of struggles she has? Who knows?
Yeah.
Should it be that way? No, but it is. So I wouldn't get in her head and try to figure out why and what. No, that's just a waste of your energy too.
Yeah. You're right. It's limited. I gotta conserve my energy for
actual real. Yeah, exactly. So put it on the table.
Yeah.
What do I need? And what am I not putting up with anymore? And we're gonna sit down and have a conversation. Even if you have to slide a note under her door, circa 1981, right? Like I'm gonna put a note under your door. We're having a house meeting at whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or text her, whatever that looks like. But go ahead and knock it out. Knock it out. You're worth this. And quite honestly, she is too, man. And you just get that weird tension. Like we're just having it. We're going to do it. We're going to have the meeting. Whew.